Good evening, everyone. Welcome to day 5 of the meditation series. Today's theme is technology, which is really a jumping off point to talk a little bit about how we use technology and how technology uses us and how it affects us, and what we can do through meditation, particularly Sahaja Yoga meditation, to use technology a little bit better, deal with it a little bit better, and engage and be ourselves a little bit better. And I guess for clarity, I would say at the outset, the reason we have today as being the day of technology or being focused around technology is because it is so present within our lives. So everyone carries a phone, which is a computer, it's a television, and we're all connected all the time to it. And that's a great thing because it means that I can talk to you, Anoban. But it's also not such a great thing in that if you have a job, you're never off the clock. If you have family, you're always reachable, whether you want to be reachable or not. And sometimes you feel like you're never on your own, or you may feel quite stressed. So today's day is how to deal with that stress and how to deal with the constant attention that we feel we have to put on a phone or a computer, and what we can do to make ourselves deal with it better. And so I think at the outset, before we do anything and talk about anything else, we'll just do a quick balancing exercise to get centered, to relax a little bit, because it's a Thursday and we still have Friday to go and the weekend isn't here yet. We're all tired. So what we'll do is we'll do what we've done in the last couple of programs, and that we'll do a Kundalini Bandhan, and then we'll balance our left side and our right side. So the right side being all the energy and the thinking and the activity, and the left side being all the lethargy and the fatigue. And so we'll just get ready to relax and have a good and quick and comfortable program. So the first thing we'll do is a Kundalini Bandhan. And so we'll get our left hand and we'll put it in front of ourselves, and I'll get our right hand, we'll revolve it around our left hand and raise our left hand and our right hand steadily. And we'll take it above our head and tie one knot, bring our attention right to the top of our head. And we'll do it again. But this time we'll tie 2 knots. And we'll do it one more time and tie 3 knots. And while you're doing it, just keep your attention on the top of your head and tie it up there and leave it there. Try and leave it there, not on anything else, just on top of your head. And I'll get our left hand and put it on our lap, and our right hand, starting from our left side, we'll make an arc. And then we'll go back, and that's 1. We'll do that 7 times. And this is just to give yourself a bit of protection from everything that's been happening. That's 3. 7. Okay, so Anubhav, I think the next thing we're going to do is we're going to just relax our left side. So put your left hand on your lap and your right hand on the earth if you're sitting down on your cross-legged, or if you're on a chair towards the ground, and just say to yourself, because we're going to talk to our mothering energy right now, mother energy, Kundalini, if you want to address your Kundalini, please take all the fatigue and all the lethargy and anything that's been weighing on me through the day out of our left side to our right hand to the earth. And anything that's been bothering you, any hassles, just let them out from your left side into the right, into the earth. And just take a minute. I find closing my eyes at this point to be helpful because it keeps my attention inside. Keep your attention while you're doing this on your left side or on your top of your head. And you'll see a photo of Shri Mataji just behind me, the founder of Sahaja Yoga. And if you are struggling to relax, just put your attention on her bindi. And Anubhav, I don't know if you find the same way, but sometimes I keep my eyes closed and sometimes I keep them open. When I'm tired, I keep them open. Just put your attention on the Shri Mataji's bindi, or keep it on the top of your head. We'll just leave it for a minute. Alrighty, so now we're going to take all the overactivity and all the heat and excitement and overexcitement, especially I find at the end of the day, out of our right side, and we're going to take it through our left hand and just release it into the air. So you can address the mothering energy of the Kundalini and put your left hand in the air facing towards the sky behind you, and your right hand on your lap. And as before, keep your attention on the top of your head. And you can close your eyes if you want to. You can keep them open and look at Shri Mataji's bindi. You can use the photo behind me as a reference. Say to yourself, Mother Kundalini, please take all the heat and all the fatigue and excess tiredness and overexcitement out of our right side through our left hand into the air. And just relax. Just try and keep silent and still. And if a thought comes, just let it go. You can close your eyes and keep your attention on the top of your head, or put it on Shri Mataji's bindi again. And let's just kind of relax for a bit, just take it a bit easy. All right, so now that we're feeling a bit more relaxed, we're going to watch a talk by Shri Mataji, lady behind me. I think my co-host, Kanak, might give an introduction to the talk. So I'm going to bow out and Kanak's going to join you. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. So the talk for today is on attention. Today's topic is technology and attention, and how our attention is always constantly moving and it's outside. So we'll listen to the talk, where Shri Mataji is talking about our attention and other various different things. Before that, we would like to introduce you back to our website, because you're all joining online. There are lots of resources which we usually give to people when they come to in-person program, a face-to-face program. But because we haven't been able to see you at the moment, so it would be great if you could go to freemeditation.com.au/10 days. You will find, so all these steps which we have been doing from last 5 days, all the affirmations we have said so far, how to clear and balance our left channel and right channel, that's all of that is on the website. So would highly recommend if you could go there and you can find all the resources. I hope you all can see on your screen. That's how the website looks like. So just to familiarize yourself, and yet as you can see, all the affirmations and all the steps are available. So yeah, just we wanted to mention that before we move on. So yeah, we'll listen to the talk. And that was a very nice meditation led by Madhav. It's just to bring us into balance. So it's great to have that attention above our head every time we listen to a talk. That's just because we are a bit more receptive. And yeah, so if you could all just bring your hand up and we'll watch the talk. Thank you.
Out with our introspection, are we our guru or not? Because before this, your mind was on one side and your heart was on another side and your attention was in another dimension. So these three things were creating confusion within you. If you understand a human being, then you will be surprised to see how these three things act separately in a human being. And sometimes they fight also. First is your intellect and your mind. Second is your heart, your feelings, your emotions. And the third one is your attention. In these modern times, this confusion is the worst, because all the time your attention is outside. It could be towards beautiful things or beautiful women or beautiful men or all kinds of nonsensical way of wasting your energy. Such attention then is absolutely like a horse which is let loose. You cannot control such an attention. And this attention runs wild from one to another. It's a fashion also. It's sort of a very popular thing to keep the attention moving all the time. But this attention that has to be towards the divine, towards the Almighty, is just being frittered away. Thus, attention doesn't grow its own roots. First is to find out about yourself. Where does your attention go? What makes you feel like looking after or concern or attention? You See, the attention comes from various problems, and could be your upbringing, where you are not controlled. Could be your education, could be your atmosphere in which you live, or could be your own ego or your conditioning. So this attention is being attacked by all these outside energies or negative forces, and it gets entangled. Like a river flowing straight into the ocean can get lost in a barren place. In the same way, this attention, which has to go towards the divine, gets frittered away and is punished. This weak attention cannot take you towards the divine. Ultimately, you find that all this attention is being completely absorbed or frittered away by the nonsense that's going on. Unfortunately or fortunately, you are born in these modern times. And in these modern times, as you know, it's a very chaotic condition. In these chaotic conditions, you don't know what is right and what is wrong. And there are all kinds of attractions which can take away your attention and reduce the energy of your attention. It is possible more for the people who are very right-sided. Also the left-sided people can be very much affected. Right-sided people, as you know, go up to a point and become extremely dry, self-opinionated and aggressive. All their attention is in aggression. While the people who are on the left side are indulging too much into their own whims and their desires and their own temptations. Both sides can fritter away your attention, which is the most important thing. It is the most valuable thing is your attention. But the attention cannot be controlled by a person who doesn't have a weak mind or a weak heart. Now supposing you take somebody who is a very intelligent person. The intelligent person puts all his attention in capturing the attention of others. I don't know why, but it's a kind of a paradox. The person who himself is having such a lot of aggressiveness and all that, tries to be very sweet, tries to be very nice with people, just to keep good relations, or we can say the good behavior towards people, so that they pay attention to that person. This is a very subtle thing. They are not even aware about it, that we do such a thing just to make others pay attention to us. That is how we have seen that in these modern times, so many stupid things people do just to attract the attention of others. Most of the facts that had come up in modern times are just to make something stupid so that people should pay attention to them. Of course, the Sahaja Yogis are not like that. But I'm just pointing it out, how in the modern times you have to be very careful that you should not try to attract the attention of others. Instead of that, what you have to do is to pay attention to others in a very subtle way, not with any expectation that if you are paying attention to somebody, that person should pay attention to you. A person who is really in connection with the divine is least bothered about how people pay attention to that person, but automatically the attention of such a person is on others, which is very, very subtle, very subtle. You cannot make out that the attention of such a person is on you, but it works, and it works beautifully. So then when we come to our heart, in the heart resides the spirit, as you know very well. Now when it is the heart which has to work over your brain, and which can work, what becomes of you is nothing but you become a source of love and compassion. A source, I am saying. You do not assert on others. You do not say that I have done so much for you and what are you doing to me? What is this that I should have so much expressed in so many ways, and here you are forgetting me and not doing anything for me. So the expectation of reward, if it is there, then you must know it's your mind which is giving you these ideas and is working it out that way that you just now put attention to the amount of love the other person has given you for whatever you have given to another person. It's very subtle. So in Sahaja Yoga, you should see now yourself as just a source of love which is just flowing. In that you do not say that you have to have this or that, or you have to achieve this goal, or you have to become that. It's finished now. Once you have become the source, then how can you become something? The thing is, those who are receiving from the source want to have some sort of a reward or some sort of a recognition. In this subtle way, if you move, your mind is very clever. In Sahaja Yoga, we have very clever, intelligent people. But this mind, you have to be very careful. Because this mind can cheat you. So ask your mind, why are you in Sahaja Yoga? What is the purpose of your Sahaja Yoga? Gradually this mind will shut up. And then you have to ask yourself that what is my own desire now? What do I want? What do I want to achieve? Why I am in Sahaja Yoga? If you ask this question, you will see you will just dissolve. You will become thoughtless.
Hello, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that talk. I think at the outset, it's important to recognize what Shri Mataji was talking about was your attention and your livers. I've got my glasses on. Apparently they shine. And as she said, people who are right-sided often have problems with their attention because they're quite active, they're always thinking, and then their attention is always divided. And when I say right-sided, I mean you're often thinking, you're often active, you have a very busy job, or you're very organized, and those aren't necessarily bad things. But in doing those things, you stretch yourself out, you become tired, and you become overactive. So when we did the balancing at the beginning, when I asked you to raise your left hand, for overactive people, that would have been particularly useful because it calmed them down. Whereas if you're maybe left-sided, and I asked you to put your right hand on the earth, those for people who weren't particularly active and may be more tired, more fatigued. They may be a bit slower, and they may still also have attention problems because they may fritter them away, which brings us, they may fritter their attention away. And that brings us to the theme for today, which is technology. And technology is very useful. As I think I said before, it allows us to attend the same program, though we're all in different places. But it also means that we always have our attention on it, and that tires us out, that distracts us, that causes us to be tired because we're always thinking about something or always aware of it. So what can we do to help our attention? What can we do to strengthen it? What can we do to calm it? What can we do to relax it? Well, there's some practical things we can do. The first is, and they're kind of very common sense things, go for a walk, go outside, have a cool shower, have a cool bath, go swimming. If you've got an ice pack, you can put it on your right side to calm your right side down. And they're all very practical. And I think what we'll do is we'll do a quick meditation targeted at the parts of us that are involved in our attention. So I think earlier when we did a balancing exercise, we targeted our right side. And our right side is where our attention vests. And it vests particularly in our brain, but it also vests in two of the energy centers that we would have discussed in the previous programs, and they are our Swadhisthana, which is right where our right hip meets our waist. And that's an energy center in which we do all our thinking. And then there's an energy center a little bit above, just under on our right side above our lowest rib, right where our liver is. And that's called the right navi. And that's where we do all our processing and engaging. Oh, we've got a chart there. And so I think the mouse is right at our right Swadhisthana, which is where we do all the thinking. And then if it raises a bit higher, on the same side, it's on our navi. And as you would know, because the navi is right where the liver is, it's intimately connected with the liver. And when we do things that excite us or get us going, for example, exercise, having a big cup of coffee, having a cup of tea, having a lot of caffeine, that excites our right side and our liver. So I think we'll do practical things. We've discussed practical things. We're going to do a quick meditation or some quick kind of techniques to calm us down. So, and they're quite simple, and we've done similar things beforehand. On your first program, we've done something very similar using affirmations, and we'll do the same again today. So what I'll ask you to do is put your left hand on your right hand, on your lap. And I'll get you to get your left hand and put it right where your leg meets your waist, on your right hip. And that's the right Swadhisthana. It's the energy center in which you do all our thinking. We'll just ask the mothering energy to come into that energy center and cool it down. So you can say, Mother energy, please come into my right Swadhisthana and cool it down. Please cool down my thinking. And just ask sincerely. You don't have to say exactly what the affirmation I'm giving you. But as long as you say sincerely, Mother Energy, please cool down my right Swadhisthana. Please cool down my thinking. And then just keep yourself thoughtless. Or look at the photo of Shimaji behind me and look at her bindi. They'll calm down your thinking in your right Swadhisthana. So why don't we just take a minute or two? You can close our eyes or you can keep them open. And just say to yourself, Mother and Kundalini, Mother Kundalini or Mothering Energy, please come into our right Swadhisthana and cool us down. Please calm our thoughts. Please give us peace. Please calm us down.
Madhav, would you like to sit on the chair behind you so that we can see where you put your hands, if that's okay?
So on our right hip, where our leg meets our waist. What we'll do is, as I mentioned before, we'll talk about our liver. So we'll do an affirmation for our liver. So we'll put our left hand just under our lowest rib on our right side, right where I've got my hand now. And we'll say to ourselves, Mother Kundalini or Mothering Energy. And you can keep your eyes open and look at the Shimaji's bindi, or you can keep your attention on top of your head. Please come into my liver and calm my thinking down. Please take all the excess heat out of my liver. Please give me peace. Please clean my attention. Please strengthen my attention. Please give me peace. Please make me thoughtless. Okay, so as I mentioned before, there are some practical things you can do, like putting an ice pack on your right side. You can put it on your liver, just under your lowest rib on your right side, or you can put it on your Swadhisthana, so the two energy centers. And the Swadhisthana is just where your leg meets your hip. And you can do that at home after a long day at work. And if you have kids and they're being loud and noisy, and you manage to get them to sit quietly, this is something you can do, but I imagine it's quite difficult. But it's a very practical thing you can do. And I think my co-host Kanak will now come and perhaps give a bit of a talk about attention and your liver. And I think potentially she might have some other practical advice and maybe even a meditation.
Thank you, Mother. I think today we started with that little balancing technique, and then we played that talk of Shri Mataji, because you can see clearly Shri Mataji was explaining that how important our attention is. And that's true, where it is all the time. Is it always outside? Is it always on material things? Are we always trying to buy more, the social media that's constantly we are pinged on our phones, and that gleaming screen always takes our attention towards it. And it's people find it very difficult to focus at work or at school. Like you can just say that technology has good part, but that's also affecting a bit negatively. And then that's when meditation can help us. And as Madhav explained, seat of our attention is on our liver, so just under our rib cage. So when we say affirmations during meditation, it actually cools down that center and it helps to strengthen our attention. Another very important thing is that as we start meditating, our attention becomes enlightened. So before we got the realization, we were just like any other person, but now our attention is enlightened. So wherever we put our attention, things start working. Some people find that they have going through a difficult time, or so if you bring your attention inside, it's sort of, and go into the thoughtlessness state, it helps you to pass through that stage easily. Madhav also talked about children. So if you have children at home, please make them sit with you and meditate with you, because it's a really good thing. When they start learning about all these things at very young age, you'll find them, they will do better at school. They will do better socially, because all these chakras, they have their own qualities. And as we meditate, they start manifesting. So starting from first one, we did affirmations last week. We put our hand on each chakra and we said those affirmations. First one is Muladhara chakra, and the quality is innocence. So when kids meditate, they're actually innocent naturally, but as we grow older, that sort of gets clouded by things happening around us. So as we kids meditate with us, it strengthens that first chakra. Second one is creativity. They naturally become creative. You'll find them, they are doing very well in art or other things. So yeah, as they meditate, all these chakras, they start manifesting the qualities, and they become, you'll find them, they're calmer, quieter, confident kids. So yeah, this is just about kids, because if you have them at home, make them meditate with you, because it will all help you together to, get over that sort of anxiety due to technology or other reasons. So we'll just do one more meditation, because we can listen to the talks and we can talk about all these things, but it's actually your own experience. What do you feel at home? How are you feeling? How have you been feeling over the last so many days? Do you feel any difference when you first started and now? Are you finding yourself that you are calmer than before? Are you happier than before? Are you reacting less towards people or things like, a very good example is that sometime when we are driving and somebody really, rash, drive past us and doing very rash driving, people get very angry very quickly. But as you start meditating, you still sort of witness people, and then you don't react as much, and you probably just laugh at them. So you'll see your personality will keep changing slowly, and people will see that difference in you. So yeah, let's once more, we'll do a little meditation. And again, as I mentioned, there are lots of resources on the website. So if you don't remember what are we saying now, you can always refer to either these videos, or you can find more information on the website. So just one more time, we'll open both our hands in our lap. Just a few more deep breaths to bring our attention inside. And just watch your thoughts. we can, with our right hand, we will slowly raise our Kundalini from Muladhara Chakra to Sahasrara Chakra. What are we doing is that by keeping our left hand open, which is the left side is our side of our desires and emotions, and right side is the side of actions. So we are desiring for this all-pervading power to give us this vibrations, and so to support that Kundalini, and we are using our right hand to raise it higher and bring it up. So this is two-way. We are desiring and actioning at the same time. So just a few times, raise your Kundalini slowly and bring your attention above your head. We'll put our right hand on our forehead. Just bend your head a little bit, resting your forehead on in your palm. And we'll just say a few affirmations as we have said them before. Mother Kundalini, I forgive myself and I forgive everyone. It is very important because in our day-to-day life, we get upset, we get annoyed, or we feel bad if we have done something wrong to someone. So this chakra gets blocked very easily. Sometimes we have very strong feeling about something, so that can be translated into our ego, or sometimes we keep feeling bad about something, so that can lead up to superego. So if you would have seen in the chakra chart, at our Agya chakra, the Kundalini crosses, and this is where is our superego, and on the just above our left ear is the ego. And the balloon of ego sometimes gets so swollen that it gets very hard for the Kundalini to pass through. So it is very important to just surrender that ego. And that is sort of very closely related to our attention, to our liver, as Madhav explained before. So if we work on our liver and cool down our liver, you'll see automatically it will heal, or, sort of reduce that swollen ego, and it will help our Kundalini to pass through. So one more time, we'll just put our hand on our Agya, on our sixth energy center. Mother Kundalini, I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. I forgive all my thoughts. I forgive all my reactions. I'm a pure spirit. I forgive everyone. There's no point holding a grudge against anyone at this point because it just harms us. And I'll stretch our palm again, nicely, and place it on top of our head, putting a gentle pressure, rotating our hand in a clockwise direction. Once again, we will say here, Mother Kundalini, please strengthen my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please strengthen my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please give me meditation. Now, keeping the attention on top of our head, raise our hand few centimeters above and see if you're feeling a cool or a warm breeze coming out of your head. You may like to bring your hand forward, backward, up and down to see if you're feeling a cool breeze, or maybe in some cases, warm breeze coming out of your head. If you can't feel it from your right hand, you can always try with your left hand. And then we'll try with the right hand again. Now we'll meditate above our Sahasrara. We'll ask our technical team to put a nice meditation music for us while we meditate. And if you have, during this meditation process, if you have any thoughts coming, just watch them and forgive them. Do not react. We'll gently breathe and we'll put our attention above our head. We can gently open our eyes and we can look at the candle flame. Now next week, not next week, but next program, day 6, is about the elements, how we can use the elements for our meditation. We'll be talking about light, how we can use light, water, so fire, water, air, earth, Mother Earth, that can help us to get that thoughtlessness state. And we'll talk about how people that are more right-sided can use water to balance them, and how people who are more left-sided or who are more emotional can use the light to clear themselves. So we'll talk about that on Sunday. So if you are in Gangalan or around Gangalan, we still recommend you that you come in person and meet us there, because if you have any questions, you can always ask them. This is only one way. We don't know how are you going. We would love to hear your stories. If you have any questions, if you have felt anything or you haven't felt anything, there are a group of people who can help you to get that sensation of cool or warm breeze. So that's all from today. Hope you enjoyed the program. And yeah, drop us a question on the chat or yeah, we'll see you next time. Thank you. Have a nice evening. Bye.
Thank you, Kanak and Madhav, for the very, very nice session. I will just show everyone quickly before we depart how we can again access this website, the page for the 10-day meditation challenge. And the resources, of course, we talked about it before, but there's a little bit more on the website. So here we go. I will show you now. There it is. So I think you can see there's as you can see, so that's the planning of the 10-day meditation challenge. The website is the one I'm highlighting at the moment, which is freemeditation.com.au/10 days. You can stop there. You don't have to type this. And so when you go on the website, you have access to the different themes for each day. You have access to, of course, the schedule and the location and the venue. So most of our session for the 10 days are on at Gangadera Homestead in Harrison. So that's for the planning. We have extra classes for first timers, people who come for the very, very first time. They can come on the Wednesday to the Gangaran Library. As you can see, we have, so the session is from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. If you have friends who are interested to try meditation, they can attend the Gangaran Library on Wednesdays. It's very easy access, so that's that. Then, of course, if you want to join the sessions on Zoom or on YouTube online, that's completely feasible. That's we give that option so that you can continue meditate at home and sort of feel for the first 15 days, which are very important, the benefits of meditation. And as you can see now, we have for all the 10 days what happened. So we have the video introduction plus the session that is there. So day 2, same thing, and etc. We are on day 5, so the session will be that we did today will be available here on replay. So if you missed, you can always attend those sessions again through YouTube. You can redo the sessions if you really enjoyed them and you want to do them again on a daily basis. So that's that. Of course, the resources, we talked about it before. Click the little plus here and you have access to a lot of content, all that you need on paper. And if you need to print, then you can, or follow with your iPad or tablet. And so that's for the resources. And something that is we're trying to do consistently. Of course, you can register for a new course coming up soon. It's the WhatsApp group. All of us, we are connected on the WhatsApp group, and we can help you through the WhatsApp group. If you want to ask questions, you can ask any questions and we'll be there to help you. And so that's for the WhatsApp, and daily we are posting a meditation there on the WhatsApp as well. So there's so much content, and you have access to all of that. It's free, and it will always be free. That's the principle of Sahaja Yoga meditation, free meditation. The other thing is, and that's probably what I'm going to finish on, is with the online sessions for the 10-day meditation challenge will slowly reduce, because the attempt is not to necessarily stay online all the time, because we have multiple things that we need to simply give you in terms of techniques. For example, the techniques to clear your chakras, workshops. There's so much that we need to do with you so that you keep growing into your meditation. What you have experienced for the past few days is just a little glimpse of what it can really be for you if you meditate and ascend in your individual journey. So there's a lot to see. We can't do workshops online. It's difficult. It's not possible. So it's very important that you take the time and come and see us in our different locations. If you are not from Australia or Canberra, you can on the website or on internet you can find a group, Sahaja Yoga meditation group. We are in 80 countries. We are all over the world, so you can easily find a group wherever you are in the world. That's this for today. On the technical part of it, we were talking about technology today. I think that's that's a great way to finish this one. The next meditation challenge will be about the 5 elements. It's on Sunday at 10 a.m. Broadcasted from the Gangadhara homestead by our friends Himanshu and Rishi, who Rishi we have seen last time as well. So it's on the 5 elements. It's a very, very important one. Please join us in person if you can. Of course, you'll see there's a lot of technical gears to broadcast, but don't be afraid by this. It's just you are not being recorded in any ways. So please come and see us, and you can chat with us at the end of the program as well. The session will be a bit longer for those who are in person. Thank you so much, all, and we wish you a great evening. See you next time. Sorry, the session on Sundays at 10:30 at Gangadhara Homestead. If you come at 10, we'll be there as well anyways. Thank you all. Bye.
Mm-hmm.